In 2003, just days into the U.S. invasion of Iraq, a young American soldier vanished behind enemy lines. She was only 19 years old. For days, no one knew if she was alive or dead. What happened next became one of the most dramatic rescue missions of modern warfare. The story of Private First Class Jessica Lynch. The ambushed Jessica Lynch was a supply clerk with the 507th Maintenance Company. On March 23, 2003, her convoy of trucks and support vehicles got lost near the city of Nasiriyah in southern Iraq. Without warning, Iraqi forces ambushed them. Gunfire and rocket-propelled grenades tore into the convoy. 11 American soldiers were killed, including some of Jessica's closest friends. Jessica herself was badly injured when her Humvee crashed. She suffered broken bones and other serious wounds. Unable to fight back, she was captured by Iraqi forces and taken to a hospital in Nasiriyah. She was now a prisoner of war, the first female American POW of the Iraq conflict. Held in captivity, inside the hospital, conditions were dangerous. Iraqi military personnel guarded her, and there were fears she could be moved, used as propaganda, or even killed. What is lesser known is that some of the Iraqi doctors and nurses cared for her as best as they could. They tried to protect her from mistreatment, but the situation was unstable. For 9 days, Jessica remained in captivity. Meanwhile, U.S. intelligence worked tirelessly to track her down. The rescue operation by early April, U.S. forces intercepted information that Jessica Lynch was being held in the Nasiriyah hospital. Commanders knew time was running out. On the night of April 1, 2003, one of the most daring missions of the Iraq War was launched. Navy SEALs, Army Rangers, Delta Force operators, and Marines teamed up in a joint operation. Black Hawk and Apache helicopters thundered into the city. Special Forces teams stormed the hospital, clearing every room. Explosions lit up the night as gunfire echoed through the streets. Inside, soldiers rushed through the dark hallways until they found her. Jessica Lynch, weak but alive, was pulled from her bed. One of the commandos leaned down and said, "Jessica Lynch, we're the United States Army and we're here to take you home." Within minutes, she was carried out, loaded onto a helicopter, and flown to safety. But the aftermath. The mission was hailed as the first successful rescue of an American prisoner of war since World War II, and the first ever of a female soldier. Jessica was brought back to the U.S., and where she underwent surgeries and months of rehabilitation for her injuries. She became a national symbol of courage, though she was quick to correct the record. Some early reports had claimed she fought to her last bullet before capture. Jessica herself later testified before Congress saying, "I am not a hero. I am just a survivor. The real heroes are those who never made it home." On legacy. The Jessica Lynch rescue remains one of the most famous operations of the Iraq War. It showed the risks soldiers faced, the intensity of modern combat, and the lengths the U.S. military would go to bring one of their own home. Today, Jessica lives a quiet life in West Virginia. She became a teacher, sharing her story with honesty and humility. But her name will always be remembered for that night in 2003, when an entire military force launched a daring mission, all to save a 19-year-old soldier who refused to be forgotten.